Yesterday was no ordinary Saturday for the soldiers in Iraq. It was the last Saturday in Iraq. For these, the last U.S. troops left here. By last night, the U.S. troop count in Iraq stood at several hundred, down from a high of 170,000 4 years ago.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say hello.
The top U.S. general in Iraq, Lloyd Austin, called the final drawdown the military's largest, most complex logistical undertaking since World War II.
I'm Brant O. Smith.
After one final piece of business, a re-enlistment ceremony for Sergeant Brant Smith, the final convoy rolled at 2:30 this morning. 30 vehicles, 130 MPs from the 3rd Brigade of the 1st Cavalry. Platoon leader Lieutenant Jennifer Farland drove in the second-to-last troop transport vehicle to leave the country.
A little overwhelming, but we're watching history in the making. It's going to be pretty magical when we cross the border.
A little more than 5 hours later, they had reached the border 160 miles away. Dawn was breaking. No ordinary Saturday night was becoming an historic Sunday morning. Let's set the scene for you right now. We are paused just a couple of hundred yards from the border into Kuwait to let some vehicles in front of us go in first. These are the last vehicles of the U.S. convoy out of Iraq. This is a medevac unit. These are the last soldiers who will actually cross over the border into Kuwait. You see a beautiful sunrise. It's coming up over the desert. And what's behind us? Absolutely nothing. At 7:37 local time, the last U.S. armored vehicle crossed over. The mission went smoothly. No casualties, meaning the final number of American troops killed in Iraq will be 4,487. More than 30,000 were wounded, and more than 100,000 Iraqis are thought to be dead from war-related violence. Since the shock and awe beginnings of this war in March of 2003, the United States has spent more than $800 billion fighting in Iraq. There will be no shortage of questions for the historians to debate, but for these soldiers on this Sunday morning, there was only one thing on their mind: completing their final mission successfully, leaving Iraq safely. As they stood on the side of a road just inside Kuwait, clearing their weapons of ammo, soldiers like Specialist Tristan McDonough, a 24-year-old from Tacoma, Washington, began concentrating on their next task at hand, racing the calendar to get home for Christmas.
So they're gonna run across, give me a big old hug, and I get to be home in time for my son's 4th birthday, my daughter's 2nd birthday, so it's gonna be amazing.
When it comes to these soldiers, and this mission at least, there will be no one arguing. It's mission accomplished.